Hi, and welcome to the YouTube show. Today, I'm going to be reading right out of Mod Garage's whole lineup for 4 ways to configure a 4-conductor humbucker. So thank you, Mod Garage, for putting this out there, making it easy for everybody to get a sound that they want. Now, why would you want to wire a humbucker a different way? Mainly because you want a different sound, or you want a different tone, or you want to set it apart from everything else. Well, before you start, you have to know what kind of humbucker you have. See, you can have a 4-wire conductor type of humbucker. These are 3 different brands. You have Bill Lawrence, Seymour, Duncan, which I used in the video, and DiMaggio. Same color wiring, but they're all connected to different things. Now, if you have one of these humbuckers, which is still sweet, it's called the hot rodded humbucker. This is the Slash from Seymour Duncan. Then there's only one way to wire it. You strip it back from the coil. You take the hot, solder the ground to the ground, and that's it. No other ways. That's all you got. One sound. Then you have multiple different settings you can use for every humbucker because you can wire them differently with these 4-wire conductors. Now the reason you could do that is because you have north and south. If you hold it upright, meaning that you could read the letters in the back, then you could see you have 2 different coils with 4 different wires and a ground type of wire, so that's 5 coming out of the wire. You have north, holding it up, you have the north finish and start, and you have the south finish and start. Usually the bottom, south is on the bottom, north is on the top of each one, obviously. So when you wire them, you want to know about which one does what with which brand. Now there's a whole diagram that I'm putting up right now so that you can see exactly which wiring goes with which pickup, and you can figure out which one is good for you. Then I'm going to go into wiring them differently so they have a different sound. First, you want to look at the south coil is always the screw side. So if you look at them, these are blades. They're going to have writing, you know which way they go. These, you have bolts and you have screws. These are screws, these are bolts. Screws are usually the south side. If it's the bridge, they're on the bottom. If it's a neck, they're on the top. You can tell which ones they are by the writing. This one is a neck DiMaggio, because you can see the screws are on top, and you could read the back if you were to get a close up. These are blades, both Dimebag Darrow, one Seymour Duncan, one Bill Lawrence, and those are the ones I'm using in the video. Each coil is wrapped very fine wire, and this wire is a start and a finish. The result is a total of 5 wires coming to the humbucker, obviously. You have the north coil start plus north coil finish, and the south coil start plus south coil finish, and the ground. Now the bare wire and braided shield always goes to the ground. There's no exception. Now, so that leaves us with 4 wires to play with. Having access to the start and the finish to each coil wire not only makes it easy to solve potential out-of-phase issues, but it also gives you the option to wire up your humbucker in 1 or 4 different ways. If you're ambitious, you can use a switch to use several options at your fingertips, meaning you have a switch and go, I want this one, no, I want this one off, and then on, and then off, and then on, and then off. And you can control that, or you can just have them one way, and that's it. So south coil is always the screw side, while the north coil is always the slug side. Remember, screw, slug, figure it out, which way it goes on your side. So, next, every pickup company uses its own color scheme. This is the chart. Figure out which one's yours, and let's figure it out. For the first one, we're going to do a standard humbucking wiring. Both coils connected in series. This is the default wiring in almost every guitar loaded with 1 or more humbuckers because it produces a warm and fat tone with maximum output while offering hum canceling capability. It's also the factory standard for all humbuckers with 2 conductor wiring consisting of only hot and ground. Something in the eye. Interesting. And this is how it sounds. And this is how it sounds. single coil humbucker wiring, both coils connected in parallel. This option gives you a single coil like tone, but still retains hum canceling capabilities. It doesn't deliver a crystal clear strat tone, but at least to my ears it resembles a single coil pickup. Maybe closer to a P90 than a standard single coil. Every type of humbucker sounds a little different when wired this way, so it's simply a matter of giving it a try and determining if you like the sound. So as you can see, a Bill Lawrence and a Seymour Duncan are going to sound different. North coil start and south coil finish are soldered together as hot output. North coil finish and south coil start are soldered together with the bare ground wire. Now we're going to talk about coil splitting humbucker wiring 1. Splitting to the south coil. This wiring splits the humbucker in half, shunting one coil to ground and leaving the other coil engaged like a true single coil pickup. In this mode, the hum canceling function is no longer active, so you'll get the hum and noise of any single coil pickup. Don't expect a true stat or tone. If that's your goal, investigate the special breed of humbuckers that are made out of two real single coil pickups. The downside of this type of pickup is that it doesn't sound great in full humbucker mode. So as we're so often reminded, it's about compromise. Splitting the humbucker's south coil, which is the screw side, is only recommended for neck pickups. You'll learn why they're excluding the bridge pickup when we get to our fourth wiring scheme. Let's also remember that in most guitars with neck humbuckers, the south screw side coil lies closest to the neck. now we're going to talk about coil splitting number 2, splitting to the north side. This wiring follows the same concept as a previous coil splitting recipe, which leaves the north coil active. That's the slug side. This version is recommended for a bridge humbucker because pole piece slugs deliver a fuller sound than pole piece screws. North coil start is the hot output. North coil finish, south coil start, and south coil finish are soldered together with the bare ground wire. Well, that's it for now. These are the 4 ways you can wire a humbucker. Hope you enjoyed this section. Thank you, Mod Garage, for putting this online and making it easy. I'm just making a video showing how to do what you put up. So thank you again. If you like what you see, I have plenty of other videos that I'm planning on doing, a few customizations and a few other things that are upcoming. So click like and subscribe and let me know exactly what you think about the way your guitar and your humbuckers sound on your guitar. Thank you and have a great day. Bye-bye.